If you're publishing books on Amazon and you're not using A+ content, you're honestly leaving money on the table. And I don't say that lightly. A+ content is one of the most overlooked features inside of Amazon KDP. And the crazy part is that it's completely free. So why aren't more authors using it? Well, most authors either don't know it exists or think it's complicated or assume it's only for big brands, but that's not true. A+ content is your opportunity to upgrade your book listing so that something actually sells instead of just having a plain description. You can actually add visuals, graphics, and branded sections that make your book look more professional. And when your book looks better, guess what? It converts better. That means you get more sales. And the little secret you probably didn't know is that the more sales you get, the more boost in the algorithm you get, pushing your book higher on Amazon's listing pages. I've personally generated over 6 figures in royalties, self-publishing part-time, and optimizing listings is a big part of that strategy. So if you're skipping the A+ content, it's not just a nice bonus, it's actually a missed opportunity. And the best part is that it's actually really easy to create. You don't need to hire a designer or use complicated tools. You can build your A+ content right inside of Canva. Keep it simple, create a clean header, add your book title, add sections that speak directly to your reader's problem, and include a benefit-driven outcome and make it visual so that they can learn by skimming and scanning that section of your book. This is about making your listing feel like a real brand instead of just another book on Amazon. All right, so after you watch this video, go into your Amazon KDP bookshelf, look at your published books. Ask yourself if you have A+ content on all of them. If the answer is no, pick one, because you'll realize how simple it is to do this and you'll want to go back in and apply it to all of your other books. All right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to walk you through step by step exactly how to set this up. So keep watching. All right, so I jumped over to one of my books here, and this one does really good, usually around Mother's Day. So I want to tune this up because I missed the opportunity to add my A+ content on this one last year. So as you can see, right now, I don't have any A+ content on this book. So we're going to work on fixing that today. Okay, so I am going to cheat a little bit. I had a dad version of the book that I did make the A+ content for, but I'm going to show you what I actually did. I made this in Canva, and so you can see here I have a pretty simple layout. This is just the header image that I chose to use, and it's the right dimension for what you need for an A+ content. And I'll show you how to find the right templates and the right dimensions in just a moment. But then I also kind of had a look behind the scenes at what some of the page templates look like inside of my book. And then I had a couple of just these. This is just another part of the template that I added, which was just some takeaways from the book to make it easy, skimmable, and scannable. And this is something that you can create really quickly. So I'm just going to jump in and I am going to update this for the mom book, and then I'm going to show you how to add the images on the back end of Amazon KDP so you can add the A+ content quickly and easily. Okay, so I quickly went in Canva behind the scenes here, and I updated it to be a mom theme book. I put the cover image on my book. I changed it to the right color scheme. I added the wording to be representative of mom. I put my journal pages in here that were associated with this book. And then I put some of the takeaways here. And I'm just keeping this really simple. So now let me jump into the back end of Amazon KDP and show you exactly how you start to plug this in. Okay, so now I'm in the back end of Amazon KDP. I'm in my bookshelf, and this is the book here. So now what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to click promote and advertise. Actually, yeah, that would be fine. Promote and advertise. And then when you scroll down here, you're going to see a section that says A+ content. And then you're going to use the drop down box. Now, I typically like to prioritize .com. That's primarily where I get my sales from. I'm in the US, so it makes the most sense for me. So I'm going to click that, and I'm going to click manage my A+ content. Okay, so now it is going to take me to my A+ content manager. So I'm going to say start creating A+ content, And then it wants me to give it a name. So I am going to move this over here and I'm just going to give it a name as Mom Story. And I am going to go down here and I'm going to click Add a Module. So when you add a module, you have these different options that you have the ability to select from. So you want to think of this like a template, and you want to make sure that you're using the images that are the right sizes for what you're looking to do. So there's a lot of different ones and you can go in, work with them. I believe the one that I was using for most of mine was the simple standard header with text. So let me grab that one and let me just make sure and see how it works. Let me go back to my Canva here and go ahead and download my images. So I'm just going to do that, and I'm going to come over here and just select download, and I want all the pages, so I'm going to hit the download button. All right, so once I get those downloaded, that should be in a zip file that I now need to go and unzip. All right, so now I've got my files ready. So now I can go back into finding my Chrome and then going back into my bookshelf. Okay, so now I'm going back into the A+ content. I'm going to say add images, and then I'm going to do upload an image because it's on my local computer, and I'm going to say in my downloads, and then I'm going to click image 1 and I'm going to upload that. And this is what it looks like. And then it's going to ask you to add some alt text. Now, alt text is typically a way to describe what this image is conveying. And this also is beneficial for search optimization. So I wanted to let you know, like, this is where you can start typing in, what is this image about? And so I'm going to type in a gift for mom on, I'm going to actually type in a guided journal gift for mom. Okay, so I am going to just keep it simple right now, and then I'm going to hit the add button. All right, and I'm just going to hit add. Now this is what it's looking like so far. You can hit the preview button. This is what it's going to show you. It's going to show you mobile and desktop versions so you can see the differences. Make sure that your text and your fonts are all readable on both mobile and desktop size because you want it to be optimized for both. Go back to your editor, and now I'm just going to leave all this blank because I don't want any extra text in between. I just want a nice graphical visual. So I am just going to go down. I'm going to hit add module. I'm going to do the same thing on repeat here, and I am going to do, yeah, standard image. Okay, I think that was the right one. No, standard image header with text. Hang on, I grabbed the wrong one. So you gotta be mindful of that. There it is. Okay. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to grab that second image. So I'm going to do upload image, and then I am going to select number 2 here. Let that one get uploaded. And I'm going to type in for my alt text, a look at the journal pages for mom. Okay. Keep it simple and add it. And then I'm going to come down a little more, and then I'm going to add the third one. And like I said, I mean, this doesn't have to be complicated at all. You're just really grabbing 3 images, plugging it in, adding a little bit of descriptive text. All right, now this is really everything that I need. So let's take a look at the preview. Make sure that we're happy with how it's looking. Okay, looks nice, everything's in there. This is instantly going to elevate my content. Here is the desktop version. It's nice to have a sneak peek of what your interior pages look like because sometimes they're not able to see that, right? So the next step is we want to apply our ASINs, right? And so with this step, you should probably know what your ASIN is And if not, here's how you go out and you can find it. This is just one way. There's a few different ways, but let's say if you wanted to find your book on Amazon, and then I'm going to type in, Mom, I want you to hear my story. And I am going to find my own book on there, and then I'm going to click my book, and then I am going to say book details here. Move my bubble out of the way, and then here is the ASIN for my book. I'll make sure I grab that, and I also want to make sure that I'm paying attention. I mainly want to sell the paperback, so that's the one that is most important to me. So I'm going to grab that one. And then I'm going to go back in here and make sure that one gets listed. I want to make sure that I have my ASIN, and then I hit apply content. Oh, check the box, sorry. Apply content, and now it's in that one. And then, oh, good. I think it did get all of them. Yes, the Kindle, the hardcover, the paperback. So it looks like they have improved this step, I would say, because now you put the ASIN in and it looks like it's grabbing all of the versions. And when you check the box and you hit apply, it looks like it is posting it to all of the versions, which is amazing because you used to have to do that individually for each one. So next, I'm just going to go to review and submit. All right, and let's see, we're liking it how it looks on the desktop or the mobile, and then we're liking how it looks on the desktop. Looks good to me. And then I'm going to say submit for approval. Now this is where we get to the point to where it says you're submitting your content for Amazon for review and publication. It can take up to 7 days for your content to be reviewed and approved, and up to 24 hours for it to appear on your detail page after it is published. If your content is not approved, you will be notified for the reasons of the content. And so I'm going to submit for approval. And so now I'm just in the waiting period, and it's up to Amazon. Most cases, they are going to approve you unless there is something a little spammy that you might have put in your content. So that's all that you need to do. It was really super simple. And just like that, you can see how much better your book listings look and how much more elevated they are. And if you like this training, you found it helpful, you want more trainings like this, I highly encourage you to come and join my school community. It is free to get started. I'm going to drop the link in the description below. Hope to see you on the inside.